like, even if you look back at your relationship now with Shane and Ryland, like, you'd mentioned that you're looking for parent friends and they're moving back to LA. Mm-hmm. But was that transactional as you look back at it?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that one's the hardest. Like, David, it makes sense. Like, that was obviously, we were never friends. And I always said that in the vlog. I was like, I never felt a friendship with him. But yeah, Shane, I felt like that. So I think that's why it was the hardest. And that one was a hard one to like lose. But I think in general, because I talked about it on my podcast too, where it's just like, it'd be cool because, they're parents and parents being a parent changes you and all stuff like that. But then it's like, do you want to go backwards? Because it's like, I'm such a different person. They're probably different people. And it's like, do you want to go back to a time where I was like really like I don't know, like hurting and stuff. I feel like I'm doing so good now. Maybe like don't go backwards. Do you know what I mean? Like appreciative for my time with them, but like maybe it wasn't supposed to work out. Like you said, what was your lesson with Colleen? It was like
things happened not to us before us.
Yeah, maybe there's like a reason. Like I feel not necessarily with Shane, but like other toxic relationships or friendships that ended, like something always kind of blossomed more after, like once like negativity was gone. With Colleen too, this happened in my like first pregnancy. I was trying to get pregnant and I didn't. And then when some toxicity was released, I was like pregnant and I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then same with Colleen. Like I took tests this summer, like this HSG test, which clears your tubes. And then I just like wasn't ovulating the whole summer because of this whole Colleen drama. And then like the minute that like kind of ended, I was like, I got like pregnant, which is like weird.
But that is in every layer of life. Like when you cut out that toxic energy, only then could new energy come in and allow whatever it is to blossom and flourish,
Definitely.
right? And the flip side to Ryland and Shane is like, there is something to time healing wounds and to growth being and maturity like setting in. And that comes with time, that comes with experience, that comes with life being fucking thrown at you and having to navigate it. And it's like, if that's meant to happen, something will pull you all together and it will make it meant to happen. And something deep in your gut and in your heart will compel you to reach out or them to reach out.
Yeah.
That's not something that can happen with any other agenda outside of like your gut. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I haven't felt that quite yet. You know what I mean? I mean, if they want to come on the podcast, then I'll be like, okay.
So you'd want them on the podcast if they would be down to come.
What if I moderated you all getting back together on your podcast?
You just want to be a part of it?
Yeah, I just want to.
Definitely a good moderator. And Shane always like, did you like him? I don't know.
Yeah. We're
you
cool.
do?
Yeah.
You're still cool? You talk to him?
I mean, like,
when's the last time you texted him?
I haven't talked to him in years.
Oh, okay. So you're not like cool. You're just.
Well, no. Like, I'm not. Like, no.
I mean, are you friends?
No. Like, let's see the last time I texted him. Probably like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. Well.
When was the last time you talked to him?
Probably 3 years ago. Probably, yeah. Like, literally 3 years ago, maybe. I mean, I haven't. When we had all the blowout, I just never heard from him. You know, I just talked about him on a podcast, and then we just like never.
That was it.
Yeah, but it wasn't necessarily Shane I had an issue with, but that's a whole other thing.
Ryland.
Just I mean, it's to me again. I always say it's like I'm because I am truly over it. Like that's the thing. Like all the stuff that happened, like it just doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like to me, like I don't care about it. Like it doesn't matter. Like.
But I also think that the reason why you haven't been compelled to reach out to them is because the relationship didn't give you anything when it was actually healthy, or you saw it as healthy, or something like that was substantive.
I think so. I think there's like a lot of truth in that for sure.
Yeah, they weren't actually fucking friends when they were around.
Yeah, but it was like I'm appreciative of the time because I had like nobody. So it was nice to like have somebody to hang out with once in a while, you know what I mean? Because we were close. Like 2014, we were like every weekend hanging out. That was more friendship. And then like towards the end and stuff like that, it was just kind of like once a month. And I was grateful for that because I had literally nobody. So again, because you hang around with someone for such a long time, you're like, oh, you kind of felt some type of thing. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy for them. I think they'll be good parents. And like I said, I think it's just more of like, sometimes you're just like not meant to be friends when you're like older and stuff like that.
And
like,
that's okay.
Yeah, I think so. I'm always like happy for them and stuff like that. Like I really don't have like any ill will like towards them at all. Truly. Even like Jeffrey, all those people, like I don't think about it because it seems like I don't even think of me as that person, or I don't even think of that time, you know what I mean? And that's not like a slight to anyone. It was just like, I don't recognize that person. I was a really unwell person. And it's like, I just don't even like to think of that era. It doesn't affect my life now. So.
Is that time that's gotten you there? Is it becoming a mom or getting married?
Probably just becoming a mom. Like I know that's like so cliche and it's like so weird, but that is like one thing where it's like life doesn't even make sense before. Also, yeah, just like healing, like mentally, like I was mentally unwell and I didn't have like a diagnosis. I was like so like mentally ill where I was just like episode after episode. So I think all of that, because you just like look back and you're just like, oh my God, who is that person? That's like. It's like all of it's like embarrassing on my end too. Like when I say toxicity, I'm like I could have been the toxic one in these relationships. So I'm not saying like it's that person's fault, but so except Colleen. But other than that, like I feel like she was definitely the toxic
No,
one.
she definitely took that one. Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I think it's time. And then also, when you're a parent, that's what I'm saying. That them as parents, especially with like 2 babies at once, like it's gonna be a whole different world for them. And I think they're not gonna care about anything, else besides them, because you just don't, especially when they're babies. You don't care about.
That's it.
Yeah. So